So have you ever had that feeling, and I don't even know why I'm asking, you're going to say yes, that feeling where you're like, I cannot stand these people. I cannot stand that person. I can't stand these people. That feeling of everyone's an idiot. Everyone's a problem. And here's a wake-up call. Guess what? People think the same about you. They think the same about me. We cannot stand each other. That's all I'm saying. We all seem to, well, maybe not all of us, most of us live in this main character syndrome, which is quite natural. We identify as this person and we think everything's about us. And everyone's like an extra in the movie. Also, when we do the wrong thing, we have a complex story. When others do the wrong thing, they're just a complete idiot. They don't know what they're talking about. They're bad. They're all these labels we just label them as, but us, we can explain. It reminds me of driving in traffic. When someone's driving slow, they're an idiot. When they're driving fast, they're a jerk. No two ways about it. What about when we do it? When we're driving slow, I've been driving slow once when I had a lot going on in my mind. There was a lot happening in my mind at that time, and I was driving well under the limit because I was like thinking of what was happening in my life. And I do not do things like that to be an idiot. I was just driving. A lot of my mind was happening. And then I went, crap, I'm like 20 Ks under the limit. There's been cases where I've been speeding. It's to get to someone or something that's happened, like an emergency. See, so I can understand for myself. I was speeding for this reason. And of course there is no excuse for speeding, but you know what I'm saying? You need to get somewhere urgently. Or something's on your mind. And I'm not saying that every person that drives slow, this is happening to, or every person that's speeding has got somewhere to be. But what I'm saying is, this example, I'm just trying to show you that we always have a reason for us doing the wrong thing. Or when we hurt others, or say the wrong thing to others. Because look, they don't know my childhood. I went through a lot of trauma and they've triggered me and blah, blah, blah. That's what I'm saying. We can justify all our bad behavior. But then we just label others as jerks or, you know what I'm saying? And guys, I'm not making this video to justify bad behavior. I'm against bad behavior. I do not enable toxic bad behavior. But all I'm trying to say is we could all use just a little bit more understanding and compassion. And you know why this kind of message is not popular? Because our ego doesn't like to hear this. Our ego, if there was ever an energy drink, it would be anger. Anger is what really supercharges your ego. When you're angry, oh boy, do you feel like you have an ego, don't you? And you want to destroy. You want to break down anything that the ego does not find appropriate. And when you take it too far, this ego can put you in some very bad places. And when you calm down, all you're left with is the mess the ego caused, and it's not going to bail you out. That's what I'm saying. This video is, I'm trying to help you guys. I know all this love, understanding, compassion to the wrong type of person will be like, I don't need to hear it, mate. I need revenge. Look, I get it, man. I'm just saying, especially if you're young, you can do and say the most dumb shit, especially men, by the way. You can destroy your whole life. I know people that did the wrong thing in their 20s and they're living with it for the rest of their life. That one moment in your 20s, doing some dumb crap because you and your friends thought it was a good idea, has ruined their life. See, so that's all I'm saying. To love everyone, as they teach in spirituality or religion, if followed correctly, to love everyone doesn't mean to like everyone. And if this kind of doesn't make sense in your mind, think of anyone you love. Do the people we love in our life, especially parents to their kids, I reckon the closest you can get to unconditional love would be a mother to its child. And look, do you approve of everything your loved one does? When they're doing the right thing, you love them. When they're doing the wrong thing, you still love them, but you're like, why are you doing this behavior? You also can understand for them. When they do the wrong thing, say the wrong thing, you know they've been through a lot. That's just how they are. I still love them. See? So if you can take this mindset from just the people you claim you love to all of reality, And I'm not going to say you're going to watch one video and be able to do this. I'm just saying this is what true spirituality and religion is leading you to. You've got so much love in your heart that wants to be poured out into the rest of reality, but your ego is blocking it. Your ego is supercharged by, it's basically fear. Your ego is in fear that this will happen. Too much love and the ego is going to break down and collapse. So the ego keeps you in a sense of fear, judgment, separation, anger. We feel we are our ego. We feel justified. It feels good, doesn't it? But your ego is a toxic best friend. Actually, there's many layers to the ego. There's one thing that the ego does that's not a problem. The ego gives us this one undivided reality, the appearance of separation. This reality appearing separate is no problem. But everything else that the ego does, control, ownership, that's where all the mess starts. All the anger comes from. That would be a whole other video. But basically what I'm trying to say with this video, guys, is you think you're right, don't you? You think everyone else is annoying and you're the righteous one. In someone else's head, you're annoying. I'm annoying, everyone's annoying to everyone else. And this is why I've found two things to get me through this life. Always remember death. Remember you're going to die. Most people don't think about this. They think it's negative, morbid. No. Stoic philosophy reminds you of this. Memento mori. Remember death. When you remember death, you'll appreciate life. It's slowly slipping away for yourself and loved ones. This is meant to give you the wake-up call to live life. And here's the second tip. Don't take it serious. Why are you taking it so serious? The reason we get angry, bitter, and resentful is because we take ourselves to be serious, our life to be serious, which means we take others to be serious. When you can laugh at this person, when you can take criticism, when you can have a bit of fun as this person, whatever you think about this person reflects in your reality. When you take yourself serious, reality's serious. When you take yourself light and happy, reality lightens up. Who am I to speak about this? I was very sensitive to criticism, took life very serious when I was young. Slowly with spiritual teachings over the last 11 years, I've lightened up. I've got a YouTube channel, quite clearly, as you can see. I've dealt with so much negative comments and criticisms, particularly in the beginning, I've noticed. People like to attack you when you're new. Not like I'm a big channel at the time of watching this, but people hit you when you're small on YouTube, I've noticed. But that has done so much more for my inner peace. How is that? Because when you get used to criticism, there's a saying in Stoicism, by the way, that I love. Whenever anyone says anything, they're either speaking the truth or speaking a lie. If someone was to say, you're balding with a big nose, quite clearly I'm balding and I have a big nose. So why get offended? They're speaking truth. If they call me a four-armed purple orangutan, let me check. I'm not. So why get offended? Why get offended by truth or nonsense? And if you're offended by truth, I've got a big nose and balding, that's something you need to work on because it's true. Why are you getting triggered by things that are true? You've got your own issues to work on. See what I'm saying? I'm not saying put up with bad behavior, tolerate toxic behavior, but always remember your role in this. You need to take responsibility. Avoid these type of people. Be non-reactive. Develop non-reactivity to all their bullshit. If people are saying things that are true and you're getting triggered, you need to work on something in you. They're speaking the truth. You need to deal with it. I'm sorry. In this day and age, so many people are so sensitive. They shouldn't say that. They shouldn't do this. You're right. But come on, you need to keep it real. You need to work on yourself. Stop making it about others. Avoid, be non-reactive, do what you need to do to stay away, but work on yourself. Acknowledge your part in this. They're annoying to you, you're annoying to them. I only say this out of love, and I've worked on all this myself. So I'm just trying to give you guys some genuine advice, not some feel-good crap. So in any case, guys, I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care of yourselves.